Have you ever sat quietly in your rooms and wondered, when did everything change? When did the laughter in your home turn into silence? When did the people you raised with love start speaking with distance, or worse, indifference? You gave them your time, your energy, your entire life. You stayed awake at night when they were sick. You sacrificed your dreams so they could build theirs. But today, when you need just a little time, a little respect, a little warmth, why does it feel like you're asking for too much? Is this just how life works? Or is there a deeper truth, a painful reality that most people are afraid to accept, because the truth is, not everyone values old age the way they should. In fact, there are certain types of people who slowly develop resentment toward the elderly, and the most heartbreaking part, sometimes those people are the ones closest to you. But today, we are not here to complain, we are here to understand, because understanding gives you power. Power to protect your peace, your dignity, and your emotional strength. Stay with me till the end, because the last reason might change the way you see your relationships forever. Number 1, let me tell you about Robert, a 72-year-old father who spent his entire life building a future for his only son. Robert wasn't a rich man, but he had a rich heart. He worked long hours, skipped vacations, ignored his own health, just so his son could have the best education, the best opportunities, and the best life. And for many years, he believed it was all worth it. But today, Robert spends most of his time alone. His son lives just a few miles away, yet weeks pass without a single visit. Phone calls feel rushed, conversations feel forced, and every time Robert tries to express his feelings, he hears the same words: "Dad, I'm busy, won't you worry too much?" But one day, something changed. In a moment of frustration, his son said, "You chose to have me, I don't owe you anything." Those words didn't just hurt, they shattered something inside him. This is the reality of what psychologists call entitlement mindset. When children grow up believing that everything they received was their right, not a sacrifice, they stop seeing their parents as humans with emotions and start seeing them as obligations. Emotionally immature adults often struggle with empathy. They cannot understand the depth of what was given to them because they were never taught to value it. And slowly, without realizing it, their love turns into distance and their gratitude turns into irritation. So, my friends, but sometimes the people who smile the sweetest carry the most selfish intentions. So let's uncover the next truth. Margaret was 80, living alone after her husband passed away. For years, her house was quiet. No visitors, no phone calls, no family gatherings, but suddenly, things started changing. Relatives who hadn't spoken to her in years and began showing up. They brought flowers, gifts, warm smiles. They asked about her health, her needs, and for a moment, Margaret felt happy. She thought, maybe they finally care. But slowly, she began to notice something. Every conversation somehow turned toward one topic: her house, her savings, her will. It wasn't obvious at first, but it became clearer with time. Their kindness had conditions. Their presence had purpose. This is a painful truth many elderly people face. Some people don't come back because they love you. They come back because they see value in what you own. Psychologically, this behavior comes from a scarcity mindset, a deep fear that there is not enough in life, so they must secure their share at any cost. These individuals see relationships as transactions. They measure love in terms of benefit, and the moment they feel there is nothing to gain, their behavior changes, respect disappears, and so does their presence. So, my friends, but what about those who don't want your money, yet still keep their distance? The answer lies in today's modern world. We live in a world that has never been more connected, and yet never been more emotionally distant. Take Lisa, a successful, independent woman living in New York. She works hard, stays busy, and is always surrounded by people. She loves her grandmother, she truly does. But months pass without a visit, not because she hates her, but because she feels disconnected. Whenever she sits with her grandmother, the conversations feel slow, repetitive, sometimes even uncomfortable. And without realizing it, she starts avoiding those moments. This is not hate. This is something deeper. Psychologists call it emotional detachment, caused by overstimulation. In today's world, Our minds are constantly flooded with information. Short videos, instant messages, endless notifications. Everything is fast, instant, and temporary. But meaningful relationships, they require time, patience, and emotional presence. And unfortunately, many people today have lost the ability to slow down. Elderly people represent wisdom, stories, life experiences, but modern minds crave excitement, speed, and novelty. So instead of building connection, they choose convenience. And slowly, distance replaces love. Friends, if you're still watching, ask yourself, when was the last time someone truly sat with you, without distraction? If you feel this truth, and comment, "I'm still here," because the next reality is even more painful. John and Mary lived a peaceful life. They raised their son with love, values, and respect. For years, yet their home was filled with warmth. But everything changed after their son got married. At first, the new member of the family was welcomed with open arms. There was laughter, bonding, shared meals, but slowly, things began to shift. Small comments turned into complaints. She interferes too much. They should have their own space. And gradually, the emotional distance started growing. Their son, who once shared everything with them, now seemed distant, silent, withdrawn. This situation is more common than people admit, and the psychology behind it is complex. It often comes from insecurity and control issues. Some individuals feel threatened by the presence of elderly parents. They fear comparison, they fear influence, they fear losing control over their partner. So instead of building harmony, they create distance, not always through arguments, but through subtle emotional separation. And in this silent conflict, the elderly are left feeling unwanted and replaced. So my friends, but the final truth is the deepest of all. Because sometimes the pain doesn't come from today. It comes from years ago. Not all distance is created in the present. Sometimes it is born in the past. David rarely speaks to his father. From the outside, it looks like disrespect, but inside, there is a story no one sees. As a child, David often felt unheard. His emotions were dismissed, his struggles ignored, his voice silenced, and over time, that pain didn't disappear. It stayed, hidden, growing quietly. This is what psychologists call unhealed emotional trauma. When emotional wounds are not processed, they don't fade away. They transform into anger, avoidance, resentment. So when David looks at his father today, he is not just seeing an elderly man. He is seeing the pain of his childhood, and unless that pain is healed, the relationship cannot be repaired. This doesn't justify disrespect, but it explains the distance. So now the question is, what should you do when faced with these realities? Friends, life doesn't always give us the relationships we deserve, but it gives us something more powerful: awareness. And when you understand the reasons behind people's behavior, you stop blaming yourself, you stop chasing validation, and you start protecting your peace, because your value does not decrease just because someone fails to see it. If this message touched your heart, don't scroll away. Like this video, comment, respect elders. Share this with someone who needs this truth, and subscribe to Life Motivational World, because here, we don't just tell stories, we reveal the truths that change lives. Share this with someone who needs this truth, and subscribe to Life Motivational World, because here, we don't just tell stories, we reveal the truths that change lives.